G'day cocktail lovers, this is a special and unusual video of my friend Dave Blumenstein. I just said that just before coming on. I'm overthinking. Dave.
I'm off.
I've ruined it already. Anyway. Dave, cartoonist, animator, man about town, inheritor of an interesting alcohol collection.
We'll figure out if it's interesting.
Look,
I think tell me. Yeah.
Well, we'll figure out if it's good. I think it's interesting by definition because I have interest in it.
Sure.
So was your granddad ran a bar?
Yeah. So my granddad came over he came over after the Holocaust, basically, and he started off in New York.
Yeah.
So he started his family there. He worked for the Latin Quarter nightclub, if you know that place.
I feel like I've heard of it, yeah.
It's one of those big, well-known kind of 50s New York night spots, jazz and stuff. And
I feel like Desi Arnaz would have played there.
Yeah, Milton Berle. Oh, look, he's sitting at the front table, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the family moved about 1960 to Melbourne.
Okay.
And so I'm not knowledgeable enough about his whole history of work, but he ran a cafe, I think it was, in the city square, so in centre of Melbourne there.
Yeah.
And then at some point was running a hotel out of the city. Yeah. And so what I understand is that this is stuff that was left over from that hotel bar.
Okay.
Yeah. And it ended up with me just because I think, after he passed away, my mum was going to throw them away. And I said, no, you're not. I'm taking them. And she said, but you don't drink. And I said, yeah, and neither did he. Yeah. That's why there's all this junk left over.
Yeah.
And I said, well, why would you want it? And I was like, well, because it's funny. That's why. Why shouldn't I take all this stuff and I'm just going to store it away? Because I find it entertaining to have it, but also I find kind of it all a little bit interesting, even though I don't drink.
Yeah, I think it's definitely interesting. And also, this might go on for a while because this is not even half the bottles. There's more down there.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring a few of them up. Some of them are open, which is always the challenge. What's it going to be like if it's been open for 40 years?
Well, I'm hoping you can tell me.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't want us to get poisoned.
No. Look, if it's high enough alcohol, like you're saying, like your granddad was Hungarian?
Yeah.
And this is Hungarian plum brandy. In fact, that brand, Slivovitz, I'm pretty sure still is around.
Yeah, I think a lot. I recognise a lot of the brands. So yeah.
This is 90 proof, so slightly higher. Average is like 80 proof, so 40%
for brandy.
ABV. Yeah, average.
All right.
But it can be 4/5 of a quart. I love the measurement on this.
Go on, pop it.
Pop it. So this has got probably the least in it. So you reckon he probably did crack this with his mates?
This is why I'm going to hang on to that bottle.
Okay.
Because I suspect that was something that his friends would have drunk in his house. Yeah, it's right.
The cork fell apart.
So that'll happen. But everything else, a lot of it is not opened at all. Some of it is still in gift boxes. Maybe someone gave it to him. I don't know.
Speaking of gifts,
this
is magic. A bar set in a little golf bag. It's got jigger, two-sided jigger.
Do you have to explain to me what all the things are?
Okay. So the jigger, this is just simply for measuring your spirits. That's pretty straightforward.
All right.
So hold that.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a spoon for stirring your drinks.
Yeah.
That's just like a little.
What's that?
That's probably for getting garnishes like cherries or cocktail onions, kind of things.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this one, which we probably won't open because this would be the most likely one to poison us, a boot full of brandied cherries, dating back some...
Can we even get it closer? Like if I do this,
will that
work?
No.
Whoa.
That probably works. Also, we're shooting a fairly high res, so in the editing I can cut closer as well.
Zoom in on
just zoom in on that. Right. But so, probably not opening that because that's the best chance of killing us.
Onion stabber, okay.
Bottle opener.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And this golf club is another bar spoon for some reason. 2 bar spoons. What's this in here?
There's just a couple bottle openers.
Oh, there's a bottle opener shaped like a guitar, which is neat.
Cool.
And for some reason... Oh, no. That's
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, I'm going to use it to smash this cork through for a
Is
start.
that what it's for?
I think it might be what it's for.
Okay. I wondered if it was like a...
Look, it doesn't matter. We're going to end up with cork in this.
Yeah.
I've got a filter there, so I won't get any... This is so messy. This is just... There we go.
You got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
It's out. I reckon that's what it was for.
All right. And then there's a nice little chicken.
Oh, courage. A chicken that says courage. That's very fitting for my live streams that rubber chickens are often involved in.
Right.
All right. So, okay. I'm going to take a sip of the
All right.
Hungarian plum brandy.
Do you want a glass?
I've got a glass down here. What I want is my filter, because I don't want any bits of cork in my drink. We'll just have a little one because there are probably a few that are worth tasting. Okay, it still smells like alcohol.
Yeah.
And it does have kind of a musty, fruity thing. The fact there was so little in this is the one that I expect would be a bigger issue with oxidation, maybe losing some flavour.
That smells like wheat.
Yeah, it does a bit.
All alcohol smells like wheat to me. So. And that?
It's got virtually no taste. It tastes like water. I have no idea what alcohol content would be left in this, but okay, as a non-drinker, are you getting any burn at all from that?
Oh no. Yeah, you're right.
It literally tastes like water. This one will be more of a challenge. This has been opened, but it's still mostly there. But over the decades, I mean, it's still got a fair bit of colour because
So this is ancient
age Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, carefully distilled according to the finest old traditions. 6 years old, distilled into. So it was aged 6 years in a barrel before being bottled.
That's not the worst, is it?
No, the minimum's like 3 years. I really don't see ABV on here anywhere. Ancient age. God. Okay, so that smells like alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, this is, okay, for the whiskey lovers out there.
Yeah, give it.
This is like chocolate and leather. What does it just evoke to you? Like,
I told you, piss.
yeah, okay,
and
fair
petrol.
enough. Piss and petrol. That's absolutely fair.
Yeah. Yeah, this reminds me of the last time my friends took me out, got me drunk enough to vomit. That's what it reminds me.
Bad
of.
sense memory.
Yeah.
But no, this is the sort of aroma that I think a lot of whiskey drinkers like.
Okay. So, but you're a whiskey guy.
Yeah.
So does this smell like something you would want to drink?
Yeah, it's like it's got these really deep flavors from the aging. I'm picking up things like the wood, like barrel things, and a bit even.
This is
leather.
why I brought this to you.
I know.
This is great. I love this.
It's sweet. Oh, cherries. Oh my god, that tastes so much like as the cocktail cherries to me.
It's warm going down.
That was decent. That was actually decent.
All right, what's yours?
Okay. I'm now the proud owner of an ancient age straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
Did we mention this is all about me getting rid of this?
So a lot of them are unopened, and here's a few that aren't open that fascinate me. Old Smuggler, fine old Scotch whiskey. Here's the thing. Produce of Scotland, but bottled in Australia.
Yeah, right. So I don't know why that is, but my guess would be that there were probably laws at the time that required them to bring in the syrup of it, and to use local water.
Quite possibly. Or even just in terms of shipping. Maybe it was easier to ship them in the barrels and actually bottle them here. Yeah. But you're right. If they were the casks, which would be much higher alcohol than they would release in the bottle, because again, usually the base is 40%. Again, I'm not seeing an ABV on here. Is it just not something they told you in the 70s?
It could be. Yeah.
This brandy is a French brandy and is actually bottled in France. Yep. So VSOP, that's the second highest grade. So there's brandy, and then there's VS brandy, which is very special. It's been aged for a couple years.
Is that what VS stands
Yeah.
for? Very special. Yeah.
VSOP is very special old pale, I think. And I think that might be a language thing. And then sometimes you get XO, which is extra old, which is like 10 years or more. There are a few scotches in the collection. Chivas Regal, that's a brand that's still around. This is another one that's still around, but pure 70s. But this is 55%. Oh no, 55 proof. What? Okay, it's 31.5% alcohol by volume. So when people say proof now, they just double the alcohol content.
Right.
It used to mean something different. But this is saying 55 proof, and it should be saying 63 proof. But anyway. But this is like pure 70s, even though it's still around. But
Yeah.
just the styling of the bottle is lovely.
You don't have one of these, do you?
I do not have Tia Maria, no. Coffee liqueur, I'm not a coffee person. But
Yeah, because I don't drink, but I also don't drink coffee.
yeah, so
But I like everything that's coffee flavoured.
oh yeah, well,
So I'm
put
not
that
actually-
nice cream. Yeah.
I suspect that I'll be taking that home and we'll use that in some kind of recipe.
Yeah.
Like a desserty thing.
Yeah,
maybe.
it'll go well in a dessert.
You got to do this.
Oh, we got to do this one.
Come on.
Okay. Look at this. Look at this for just class. Pure class.
Great.
Beautiful color. It's Mandarino, so I'm assuming it's a mandarin liqueur.
Mandarino Bouton. It's classy because it's got a little
It's got a
thing hanging off
Yeah.
it. Can people see that?
little BDSM collar. Oh, it's got a tiny little thing there. Okay. So we're going to pour a little bit of this and see what it's like.
I'm gonna have a bit of this too, because I already tasted it because a little bit got out onto my finger and I found it pleasant.
It's very syrupy.
Now, so this thing, right? Would this have been sold in that?
Oh yeah, I'm imagining this is intended as a gift.
Okay.
That's almost like gift packaging to me. Possibly. The fact that it's got this makes me think that's how it was packaged.
How would it have been sealed originally? Because this just
Good question.
pops right out.
It may have had some sort of seal over the top of that's come off. Although you might be right. Maybe it's just a decanter someone bought and put it in.
No, I think you're right. I think it was sold in that. I just don't understand. Yeah, how it would have been in a shop. Yeah.
That is nice. It's really syrupy.
It's very sweet, and I don't taste much alcohol. A little bit.
Little bit of alcohol, but very sweet.
That's like eating a red lolly.
Yeah.
That's just
That's real pour it over ice cream stuff.
Mm.
Oh, this one I was keen to show everyone.
Ugh, yes.
Sabra, the liqueur of Israel. That's So you were saying you looked this up. They were going for a Phoenician look.
That's what I read, on Wikipedia or whatever it was that they
Imported.
I think it said that the guy who was in charge of Seagram's was specifically going, I want an Israeli liqueur in
Fair
the
enough.
60s. And so they came up with, I think it said they came up with one that was made of cactus, native to Israel. And then people tasted it and went, oh, that sucks.
No.
And so they went, all right, we'll switch to chocolate.
Yeah.
How about chocolate orange then? So
Yes. So it's described as an orange liqueur that's chocolate flavored. So Jaffa.
it does look like a genie's going to come out.
It does. It looks like, and that's why I wanted to show off. It looks like a genie bottle.
All right. Should we crack this?
You think we should crack this?
It's something that I might like because it might not taste like alcohol.
All right. Well, let's. Oh, okay. It's still got a seal.
Plus, I'm happy to just take the whole thing and throw it over a railway siding later.
Well, look. This is my favourite noise.
Oh,
I love that. We got the glug glug glug. I love that noise with a fresh bottle. What's it smell like to you?
smells sort of, I guess, halfway between the whiskey and the Mandarino.
Definitely smells like alcohol.
Smells like something.
It's not bad. It's got a reasonably strong flavour.
Okay.
Actually, to me, this is a slightly coffee-ish flavour. Like, yeah, but it's I think it's like dark chocolate, like unsweetened chocolate.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, alright. So what would you do with that? Like, people don't sit around drinking delicious Sabra by itself, do they?
Some people probably do, but there are a range of cocktails that have chocolate liqueur in
Yeah.
them. In fact, I think that would go really well with a whiskey. Like I'd do a version of an old fashioned, which is just the whiskey, sugar, bitters. I'd use this in place of sugar, and then you get this chocolate whiskey old fashioned. I think that would actually probably do really well. Maybe with rum as well, actually. You get chocolate liqueur with
So you
rum.
mix it with some other alcohol that has a chocolatey bent to it.
Something that goes well with chocolate, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't show this one off, although people might have seen it.
Yeah.
Galliano in the box. Bartenders hate with a passion.
Do they?
Yeah, because it doesn't sit on shelves, it gets
No,
in the
you
way.
put it sideways over here.
And it was obviously a choice made to be noticed, and that's Galliano. You can't mistake it.
It worked.
Everyone knows Galliano.
That's still around, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still annoying bartenders.
Yeah, no, they hate it.
So there's some gin here.
Oof.
And you're a bit of a gin guy.
I
so-
am. Extra dry.
Yeah.
American gin. Okay. Made in New York. And again, this is another one that does not tell you the alcohol content. 26 fluid ounces, no mention of alcohol content.
You're not familiar with the brand, I guess.
I am not.
It's
Schenley.
Schenley.
They're trying to sound German. Maybe they were actually German immigrants. Like there's even the eagle thing there. I don't know.
Maybe.
But let's...
Now, what is gin supposed to taste like?
Juniper. It's meant to taste very herbal.
It doesn't matter that we're pouring.
No,
it into-
this
All right.
is not high.
I mean, it's fine for me. I'm not a professional. Doesn't smell too bad.
No, it's not smelling a lot like juniper, I'll tell you that much. And the bottle's half empty, so this is another one where I suspect a lot of flavour might desert it. The base thing that's got to be in gin is juniper berries.
Okay, that's what the picture is it?
I'm guessing those are junipers, yeah.
Yeah.
It does taste like gin. Most of the bite's gone out of it.
Yep, that's a thing.
Yeah, but it does still taste like gin. My one tip for the Sabra, when you take it home, run it through a coffee filter to get the...
I don't think we own such a thing.
Oh, I do. We'll do it before you go.
To get rid of chunks?
Well, it's sediment rather than chunks, and then rinse the bottle out so all the bits of sediment aren't in there. And because I reckon that's actually pretty good.
Alright.
Oh god, the little bottles.
So there's a champagne bucket, I think, which
Yes.
is nice, and it's got some little bottles in it. So I don't think that's opened, but it says Armagnac Napoleon.
Okay, French brandy.
That's a cognac.
Cognac is made in the Cognac region of France. Armagnac is made in the Armagnac region of France. And they have slightly different rules about the distilling and aging.
All right. So they're all brandy.
Yeah,
Okay.
grape brandy.
Right.
Yeah, this is a grape base.
What is brandy?
Brandy is any fruit.
Okay.
A distillation where the base is fruit. Whiskey is a grain base. Rum is a sugar or molasses base.
All right.
Ooh, Queen Anne. This is very classy with a little tartan thing on it. Scotch whiskey. These, I swear, these are someone got these in duty free from the airport.
Yeah.
Amaretto. That's a classic. You still get amaretto these days.
That's opened. That's Canadian Club.
Oh wow! Oof. And it feels like it's a plastic bottle too.
Classic.
Classy.
So you're going to drink that, right? You got to sniff it at least. But it's not just Canadian Club. It said Canadian Club, aged classic, aged 12 years.
A 12-year-old Canadian club. So all right.
Classic.
And I think it was unopened.
Oh, okay.
It smells like whiskey.
Yeah, maybe it evaporates quicker out of plastic. Because you've got all these amazing looking whiskeys.
Yeah, no, it's
How
not.
does that actually compare to that?
Ah,
Like, is one of these a 10?
a few of them are. Yeah.
Okay, so then what's that? Let me try this.
I mean, 6 or 7. It's not terrible. It's Canadian.
I mean, I hate it.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
I hate all of it other than the really sugary
Yeah.
chocolate orange ones.
There tend to be high rye content in Canadian whiskies, which makes it have this spicy taste, which that definitely has.
A baby Chivas
Oh,
Regal.
baby Chivas Regal. Chivas Regal blended Scotch. 12-year-old. If you're going to pour yourself, pour a little bit. It's not harsh, it's just not Great.
So that smells like twigs
Mm.
to me.
Kind of tastes like dirty tap water.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not a fan.
We've got two little Drambuies.
Oh, classic.
I think that's a plastic Drambuie, and that's a glass Drambuie.
I've got a bottle of Drambuie I just bought.
Mm-hmm.
Do a side by side.
Yes, let's do that. We also have a full-size Drambuie.
We'll save the full size Drambuie.
Yeah, let's just look at the bottle though. Next
Yeah.
to it, because.
Oh yes. How has the packaging changed?
But also the content of the alcohol may have changed. Pretty similar.
Yeah, subtle differences.
Yeah.
So this is 40% ABV.
This isn't telling me.
Is this one of the ones that doesn't tell you?
And it's a nice box.
It is.
With the lovely tartan and
I know.
and the Bonnie prints.
They knew who they were aiming it at, the tourists.
Alright, so which do we try?
Oh, I picked up the new one. This is the new Drambuie. Actually, I'm just going to compare them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's Herbie. Okay. And this one.
Ooh, there's a definite difference in the aroma to me.
I think the old one tastes a little more flaming.
Yeah, possibly. Give him a taste.
That smells kind of, yeah, like some soggy branches, and that's just got alcohol power.
Okay, well the
Right.
new one
Yeah.
is just very sweet.
Alright.
It's actually quite nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Little bit of the alcohol burn in there, but very herby and very sweet.
Yeah. My tongue is being coated with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Alright.
the old one. The old one's a bit more intense.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
It might have just gone down the wrong way.
Might have.
But
it both smells and tastes a bit more intense.
yeah,
than
it's
the
more
new
like
one.
rocket fuel.
Yeah.
That one.
Alright, well let's try cherry
Let's go.
brandy then. Rip the foil seal off. Oh, there's really stuff in there. Don't worry, I clean up afterwards.
Oh no. Okay, that cork has just snapped right in half.
Cherry brandy, very dark. There's,
I kind of don't want to.
that's actually pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of cocktails cherry brandy goes in. That's
Yeah,
actually
that's
pretty
right.
good.
So could you get? Would there be a cherry brandy here now?
There's a cherry liqueur. But okay, this is a modern.
Modern
Cherry brandy.
All right. Smells similar. Subtle.
Subtle. I maybe prefer this one a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
All right. Well, enjoy it.
Oh, Matus.
You know this.
Yes, this was
Okay.
again very big in the 70s. This is a wine, a rosé.
Okay.
Product of Portugal.
Portugal in the 70s, known for its wine.
This wine should be chilled. The fact that it's wine,
Yeah.
it's novelty value. The Matus. I remember this being advertised as being really sophisticated.
Okay.
Matus.
But like, I mean, I remember Southern Comfort being
Yes.
advertised that way. And
Exactly.
I'm not sure it was.
no.
It says on it, "So grape."
There you go. It literally does.
So grape.
It's so grape. It's not a little bit grape. It's so grape. Unless
yeah.
there's a word, "sogrape" is a Portuguese word, maybe.
Maybe.
Or the Portuguese watching go, how dare you?
Give it a sniff first.
It's very. Oh, it smells like vermouth.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, that's an aromatized wine. They start with a wine base and they infuse various herbs and whatnots to get different flavors in.
Hit me up then.
That smells like a sweet vermouth.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Because it's going to be going in there anyway.
Yeah. The classic drink from...
Yeah, that's the piss.
Yeah.
Yep. When the people are drinking and they get that kind of whiff, yeah, that's wee-wee. All right.
Oh, that's not good.
No, but like not good as in poor quality?
Poor, just not... not good quality.
Dangerous to us.
Nah, just... Actually, the classic, when wine stuff goes off, you say it's a bit vinegary.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of a vinegar note in there.
I'm just going to pop that,
Yeah, put it in there.
That's both. Yeah.
Yeah. I could
Pretend
use
that
this
didn't
though. I could make a syrup with this.
Yeah.
There's a type of syrup you can make for cocktails called a shrub that you usually use vinegar as a base. You're making like a vinegar cordial, basically. Okay. I think I could reduce that down on the stove, add some sugar, and probably make a syrup base that would actually be perfectly functional for a bunch of cocktails.
And you will.
I will not drink that.
No. Best not to. We've got Stuart's Dundee. Is this familiar to you?
No, it's a fabulous bottle though.
Yeah, it is.
Little dimples on the side, it's embossed.
Does it tell you how much alcohol it is in it?
26 fluid ounce. No, it's like there was a period where they didn't have to tell you the alcohol content of things.
I think we call that period the 70s.
Yeah, the 70s and prior. But again, this is packaged for tourists with the tartan and the whatnot. I don't know, I'd be interested in trying it.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah?
Do it.
All right,
that's yours now. Because it's a nice bottle. You should have it.
I do reuse bottles I like, so
yeah. All right, good.
When this gets done, which will probably take quite a while, I will be keeping and Oh God, another cork one. Oh. This is like everything we've opened tonight with a cork, but now a Scotch, blended Scotch.
All right.
Oh God. That's smelling like the heathers on the moor.
Is it the peat?
It might be slightly peated actually.
Peaty?
This could be peated. Not all Scotch is peated.
I'm not getting a humongous whiff of rocket fuel off it, so either it's not super alcoholic or maybe it's a little subtle in comparison.
That's not bad.
Oh yeah, that's warm.
Yeah.
It's pretty watery.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the strength of that one would be.
I mean, but it tastes like earlier you were talking about, like the first one was like, this just tastes like water.
Yeah.
This tastes like that, but then with a kick of alcohol.
Yeah. And a bit of honey as well, I think. A little bit of sweetness in that one. But this one, the first one did.
That's right.
The Silverbridge legit just tastes like water. There's no flavour whatsoever in this.
No, that was gone.
Ooh, what's this one?
I don't even remember noticing. Oh, Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier.
Yes. That's another nice bottle.
It is.
So you can still get this.
And it still looks basically the same.
Does it have the ribbon on it?
I don't think so, actually.
They've gone to some trouble. This is ribbon and a wax seal.
Yeah, a wax seal.
And you would have to pull the wax seal off, or I guess you could cut the ribbon.
Orange and fine old cognac brandy. I don't think they have that marketing on it, but... And again, it's not saying the alcohol content that I can see. Now, I don't actually have any Grand Marnier. Probably would be interesting to compare this to modern Grand Marnier to see if it feels like they've changed the recipe, or if maybe age has changed it. I think this bottling is fancier than what they do now.
Probably.
Branding people will tell you, if you've managed to essentially keep the same branding for 50 plus years, you got a brand. Okay, so I feel like that's an older one. That's just like Johnny Walker's face, and this is the whole Johnny Walker.
But if you look at it, you will see that the measurement is in pint.
And that's in mils.
That's 750 mil. So
okay, so this is probably older.
That's what I would guess, yeah. But I bet you the bottles look the same.
But again, branding. The bottles still look like this.
Yeah.
Red label.
Yeah.
Yeah. You buy a new bottle of Johnny Walker, it looks just like this. Ooh, another Scotch whiskey. White Heather. Again, not a brand I recognise. White Horse I do recognise. I'm not sure that it's still around, but I remember seeing it at some point. And this square bottle that's, again... Dimpled so you can hold it a bit easier.
It's still sealed at the top, but it's actually not sealed at the bottom, so I could put some cardboard in there. Maybe it's just a whole box. I'll just leave it in there.
Yeah, leave it in the box, I think.
Yeah, well, that's a nice kind of...
That is nice packaging.
Picture of a public house
Yeah.
on there.
I think I need to filter the Sabra for you, so there's no sediment in it.
Well, you might be keeping the Sabra.
I think I wanted to make something with it. We'll see. But I've got a bunch of things because so many of them, the corks just collapsed.
You open it, you bought it.
Yeah, that type of thing. So I'm going to have to filter them and then get a new stopper for them. But again, I save stoppers for this very reason. So that shouldn't be too much of a good fail. Thanks for coming in with all these, Dave. This has been fascinating.
Yeah. Is there anything else we should crack before we wrap it up?
Well...
Anything else you're curious about?
Okay, I've just been thinking of a brandy because we cracked some whiskey, so I don't want to crack any more whiskeys. But I was kind of fascinated.
Yeah.
Italian brandy, but bottled in Australia.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's... crack.
Oh, look, you just open it and it's open.
Yeah.
That's like a lovely treat for you.
Yeah.
There's no corks. Don't have to worry about it. Oh, thank you.
The benefits of screw tops.
That. Yep, that smells like alcohols.
Sure does. So this is probably going to be a great brandy coming from Italy.
Known for their brandy, the Italians?
Oh, they do like brandy. Yeah, it's notoriously been a French thing, but all of Europe makes brandies.
See it's ruined by the ugly label for me.
It is a pretty ugly label.
I can't.
Quite honestly.
When you've got that, when
Which
you've got the
is
beauty
beautiful.
of a thing like this, and then you put it up next to that, it's just. All right, how is it?
Yeah, it's still got a bit of flavour. That is not bad, actually.
All right, so yeah, a lot of these are just, to me, that's some water with heat that comes after.
Yeah.
Because I don't catch all of these flavor notes that you are catching. I'm just like, oh yeah.
Oh, and I'm not like one of the really serious. I always struggle with the words and stuff. Like I am actually. This just tastes like brandy to me. I don't have any more complex words than that actually tastes like brandy.
But I mean, how long ago did I taste a whiskey? Like 20 minutes ago? I don't know the difference between that and whiskey. If you made me drink one of each, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
All right, we're going to try this. All right, let's do this again.
The bourbon that I thought was one of the more interesting ones.
Yeah, let's go back and see if we still believe that.
Just have a little taste. A little bit.
All right. Oh, God.
That's a bit more intense than the brandy.
That's more of a flavour. Yeah, it's got twigs. That's the twigs.
Yeah.
Kind of flavoured thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
So what is bourbon made of?
Grain. There are rules for bourbon. I think it has to be over 50% corn, but it can be wheat and rye and even barley, I think. Oh well, you got 2 bottles of the Napoleon brandy. If you're over full, I'll take one of them.
Oh, gee, you'll just have to take one.
All right. Brandy, I always use.
Okay. Well, do you want to try it then?
Okay, let's just try it.
Try the Napoleon. And then there's this disturbing rosé, which is that gonna? Oh yeah, you were gonna.
No, I'm gonna make something with it.
Vinegar base, yeah.
Make a syrup with it.
I was gonna say, do you have room for all of these? But you do.
Yeah.
Clearly, you have the archive over there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So.
Napoleon. See, they all, honestly, it's wasted on me because they smell identical.
Ooh. That might be a little bit nicer than the stock, actually. No, not for you.
No, None of them are for me except for the sweet garbage.
Yeah.
What's the skull there? Is that one of Dan Aykroyd's?
Oh yeah, this was Dan Aykroyd's vodka,
Oh,
and I
using
kept
it
the
for something
decanter.
else. Yeah.
That's a homemade orange liqueur.
Oh, nice.
Actually, you should try my homemade orange liqueur.
I
Took that
will. I
in there.
might like it.
So this is blood orange, which is hence the colour.
Ooh, yeah, it smells good. Ooh, that's great.
Yeah, I really like it.
That's genuinely nice.
So that was basically blood oranges. Peel them. You cover them in sugar to make a syrup because the sugar leaches the oils out of the peel, turns into syrup. And then I put the peels in a 95% alcohol Polish rectified spirit, and that just sucks the flavour out of them.
Yeah.
And then it was the syrup, the water, the spirit, and I think I added some vodka to volume it up. It's actually probably pretty strong. I have no idea what the ABV actually is.
Okay. Yep.
But it was like a little bit of very strong alcohol and then water and syrup to make liqueur.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, I really like it.
Well,
I'm happy with how
that's
that
the
turned
best
out.
thing, sadly, that I've tasted tonight. is yours. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I quite like that.
It's warm and it's genuinely kind of sweet and fruity. It's got the kick of that. Now I sort of want to try this again.
Yeah.
To go, well, how does it compare to the Mandarino? This, I reckon, just doesn't have any of the actual orange flavour.
I suspect that colour's artificial in it as well.
Yeah. See, yours tastes like it could have real fruit in it.
Yes.
And this tastes like red lollies.
Yeah, it's sure.
It's just totally fake junk. It is delicious.
Yeah, it is.
But
It's
but that's nice.
But that actually tastes like fruit. Yeah.
And this has no heat to it, which maybe it never did. I don't
Possibly.
know.
It's
Whereas-
impossible to know.
Yeah, yours is great.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, what we've learned is homebrew.
Homebrew?
spirits.
Homebrew. Sorry.
Yes. Don't bother with any actual commercial spirits. Just get Angry's homebrew.
So thank you, Dave, for bringing everything over. Yes.
Oh, no problem.
These are the two classiest things that we had all night.
Absolutely. Maybe we can mix them.
Ooh, that sounds like a taste treat. We'll do that off camera. But thank you for bringing them over. Also, Dave's website, nakedfella.com.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to link to an animation Dave did. I'm one of the voices. You have to guess which voice I am.
Yeah. That'll be a tough one.
That'll be a tough one. So check that out. And I hope you enjoyed this little diversion. This was a lot of fun to try these weird, obscure bottles.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me into your amazing crypt of spirits.
It is the Angry Bar. It used to be my son's bedroom, and he moved out, and I just took over.
Yeah, goodbye.
You notice I left the bed here because when we do long live streams and I get absolutely hammered, I can just fall over and sleep there. For real, that's what happens.
Oh dear. All right. Well, might not happen tonight.
No, we've actually been fairly decorous, quite honestly.
Yeah.
But a lot of fun, and take care, Dave. Take care, everyone out there.
Boycott Sabra.